in economics, chapter 1, section 3, economic choices and decision making. You have the video uploaded on Classera, and the PowerPoint presentation is also uploaded on Classera. It is only one PowerPoint. Study from the PowerPoint. From this is where I get the questions from. Okay? Okay, girls? Yes, dear.
Okay. So we study from the PowerPoint and the videos alone?
Yes, only the video and the PowerPoint. Okay? Economic choice and decision making. Chapter 1, section 3.
Yes.
Okay. Economic choice and decision making. Chapter 1, section 3, and you'll find the period and you'll find the presentation on Classera. Okay. So, previous time, what did we take, girls? If you remember, can you remember what we took previous time? Remember when we took the economical systems, and we said the traditional, the common, the free market, and then the mixed economy? Remember?
Yes.
Today? Okay. Today, then the period that came after it, we discussed how to evaluate these economic systems. So we took the economic systems and then we took how to evaluate economic system. How to evaluate economic system, and we said that there are 5 criteria which we can evaluate the economic system and say that this economic system is a good economic system or this is not an effective economic system. And then we discussed because we are studying the American economics, so we studied the American free enterprise, and we took the first part of it, of how is it going, how economy works in United States. Today we will take wait a minute here, I'll share the PowerPoint. Here is it. Today we will continue the American Free Enterprise, Chapter 2, Section 3. We continue it. What are we going to take today? American Free Enterprise, the second part after we discuss what is the free enterprise, what is the American capitalism system. Today we will talk about the rule of 3 parts. It's like a triangle: entrepreneur, the consumer, and the government, because the economy talks about these 3 elements. Number 1, entrepreneur. Who is the entrepreneur? Let's see. The entrepreneur organizes and manages land, capital, and labor in order to seek the reward called a profit. So entrepreneur is the business owner. He gets the idea, he makes investment, he owns a business, he plans to increase that business, he has a section of development, research, and so on. Entrepreneur is the one who owns business. Entrepreneurs are people who start up new business, such as restaurants, automobile repair shops, internet stores, video arcades. They include people who may have worked for others. At one time, he was an employee, a time in a company, but then he decided to quit working there and start his own business. Entrepreneurs want to be their own boss. He wants to be his own boss. Like if I'm a teacher and then I decide I will open a school. I'll get money and then I open a school. So I don't want to be a worker anymore. I want to be a boss. A representative, a medical representative, he starts working in a factory and decides to open his own pharmacy. So he is an entrepreneur, he is owner or a medicine company. They are willing to take risks to make their dreams come true. Like what? Like Bill Gates. Bill Gates, who founded Microsoft. He founded Microsoft. He started the idea of Microsoft. And Mary Kay Ash, Mary Kay Ash, who founded Mary Kay Cosmetics. So one day they were working at companies and then they left it and started their own business, entrepreneurs. The entrepreneur is both the spark plug and the catalyst. Catalyst is to urge, is a reason of the free enterprise economy. Entrepreneur, when the entrepreneur is successful, when he succeeded, like Bill Gates, he was once a worker and then he opened his own company and he became so successful. Everybody benefits. He takes money, he became wealthy, he is one of the top 5 wealthiest men in the world. He has growing business, Microsoft, you understand what's Microsoft, or for example, Steve Jobs and Apple. And then they gain the satisfaction of a job well done. Workers are rewarded with more and better paying jobs. So he is happy and satisfied because he gains money. And then he hires workers. Those workers are rewarded with wages and money, but better paying jobs. So we all know that those people who work in Microsoft gain more money than who work in other companies. Consumers. We are the consumers. We go and buy from them. Consumers are rewarded with new and better products. So we get a new Microsoft and then Microsoft 10 and then Microsoft Edge and many kinds of Microsoft. And the government is rewarded with a higher level of economic variety. And then the country prospers. The country prospers. Its economical system prosper. Okay, and large tax receipt. Of course, the government takes tax. So when it takes tax, the government gets wealthier and the country gets wealthier. Why? Because when the country takes money from the entrepreneur, they pay to build hospitals, they pay to build the schools, they pay to build roads. So the country becomes in a better shape. Again, entrepreneur. What is an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur is the person who starts or establishes his own business. When his business succeeds, everyone is happy. He is happy because he gains money. We are happy because the consumers are happy because we deliver a good service. The government is happy because it takes tax and build roads, schools, and hospitals, libraries for common people. This is the entrepreneur. It doesn't stop there. Successful entrepreneur attach other firms to the industry who rush in to grab a share of the profits to remain competitive and stay in business. So the original entrepreneur may have to improve the quality of the product or cut price, which means that consumers can buy more for less. In the end, entrepreneur search for profit can lead to a chain of events that brings new products, greater competition, more production, higher quality, and lower price for consumers. What does it mean? When an entrepreneur is successful, when this woman, Mary Kay Ash, when she produced Mary Kay Cosmetics, we have other kinds of cosmetics. We have Revlon, we have Rimmel, we have MAC, we have for Makeup Forever. We have multiple brands of makeup. So is she the only one who produces makeup, girls?
No.
Is she the only one who produces makeup? No. So when she produces her makeup, when she gives it to the consumers, she wants to take more consumers, so she will not increase her price. She will keep the prices stable, and she will give good makeup from good quality. Good quality, good price. So when there is good quality and good price, who will benefit? We. Because we can choose whether to buy MAC or to buy Rimmel or to buy Revlon or to buy Makeup Forever or from Mary Kay. We have choices. We have alternatives. So for each one, for each product, it has its alternatives. which we guarantee that there will be competition. Remember when we said previous period that there is a competition between Claire's and Accessorize? So whenever we have more than one brand, they can compete together to give the consumer the best quality with the best price. Then the consumer, we are the consumer. Sorry guys. We are the consumers. What consumers do? We have the power of buying. We buy. Do you buy? Have you ever bought something you don't like?
Yes.
Girls, yes. But what happened after you bought something you didn't like?
You may return it.
You may return it, or if you cannot return it, what would happen?
You keep it and then you deal with it.
Yeah, will you buy another one of it?
No.
Will you tell your friends to go and buy from it?
No.
No. So we have the power. Consumers have the power in the economy because we determine what to buy. So, for example, I went to Accessorize and I bought an earring, and when I went back home, I found that this earring caused allergy in my ears. So I will not buy another one, and I will not tell my friends to buy it. I will tell them, be aware it causes allergy in your ears. So Accessorize will find that no one is buying this earring anymore. Will Accessorize buy this earring anymore again and sell it in their shops?
No, it will not.
No, because no one buys it. So if you do not buy it, they will not sell it. What if a new company of milk produces milk with the taste of milk with the taste of broccoli? Will you buy it?
No.
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 And the company will lose. Even if a few of you love to buy it and they will buy 2 bottles a day, the firm will close, lose its money and go out of business. So consumer have the power because we are the ones to decide what to buy. And when we buy from this product more, the company or the firm gains more money. But if we stop buying, the firm loses money and closes, goes out of market, goes out of business. So when they say the customer is always right, you know, when you go to a shop, in respected shops, they always have this motto that the customer is always right. Why? Because we have the power. If we went to a restaurant and we ordered pizza and then I found hair in the pizza, I will picture it and publish it on Facebook. Do not buy from this restaurant again. I found hair in the restaurant on the pizza. So people will not go and buy from it again. So this is how consumers, how are we powerful? For example, one, you know, Jello, the jelly.
Yeah.
Producers decided that, okay, we will sell or we will produce Crystal Pepsi. Crystal Pepsi, have you ever heard about Crystal Pepsi?
No.
It didn't come to Saudi Arabia or our countries. Why? Because it didn't succeed. It failed. So they stopped producing it. They stopped it. They stopped producing it. Why? Because no one bought it. They invented or they produced a jello with the taste of celery. You know, celery is not sugary. Celery is what you add for vegetables. It is a vegetable. So they created this jello for salads. So have you ever heard about it? The salad mix with the celery taste. Celery is like
Never.
this green, like parsley. Will you ever buy a jello with the taste of celery?
No.
No, so no one bought it and it failed. And then another company produced a toothpaste, a spray toothpaste, not a paste, not a paste. It is a spray. So what happened? People went and they bought it, but actually, what happened? Kids discovered that they could spray it around the bathroom. So when mothers stopped buying it, mothers stopped buying this toothpaste. Why? Because the kids sprayed it all around the bathroom. So these products were rejected by the consumers. These products were rejected by consumers, so they didn't buy it anymore. So the firm stopped producing it. So the consumer is what is strong. Consumers are those who decide what to buy. Okay, so the dollars consumers spend in the market are the votes that give them a say in what is and what is not produced. So when you go to buy tea and you prefer a Rabia tea, so you pay for a Rabia tea and your father pays for Rabia tea, and a lot of or the majority of Saudis pay for the Rabia tea. We have Lipton and we have Ahmed tea and we have Delma tea, we have other products. So what will happen? These firms will start to lose. So they will search to improve their quality or adjust their price, anything to attract more consumers to buy them again. So the rule of consumer is a very important rule because consumers are those who decide what to produce, what to be produced. Okay, so now we took the entrepreneur and the consumer. Now we go to the government. What in America and United States, what is the rule of government? What is the rule of the government? What does the government do? It plays three rules. Three rules. Number one, protector. The government is a protector. How? In the United States, government enforces laws such as those against false and misleading advertising. So, if there were no laws or rules against the misleading advertising, would have found many misleading advertisement like what? Like, take this bell and you will lose 20 kilograms a month. And this is wrong. It never happens. So this is false advertising. Okay, come, you buy 2 sandwiches and you get 4 free sandwiches. This is misleading advertising. Okay, misleading, it is inappropriate. Why? Who will buy 2 and get 4? There is something wrong because we said it before, there is no free lunch. No free lunch, and we discussed it at the beginning of this chapter, this week, this book. The unsafe food and drugs are so if the government walks in the street and they found people selling meat like this, would you ever buy meat from the street?
No, it's
Would you
unhygienic.
Yes, and it is, and we don't know from where is this. Is it maybe it is donkey's meat? Okay, so the government has strict rules. You know, in Saudi Arabia, if you watch the news, you will find that the government attacked the restaurant and they found that it is not following the hygiene rules, so they close it. They close it and they say it's closed for a period of time till they adjust their materials again. Don't you see it in Saudi Arabia, girls?
Yes.
They go to the restaurants to see. They have strict rules, you know. In restaurants in Saudi Arabia, there is if there's at the restaurants when they cut vegetables, they have to cut it on a cutting board different than that on like home, like what you do in your house. You have a different. They have to use a different one. This is for vegetable and this is for meat. This is the blue one is for vegetable. The red one is for meat. and should be washed in that way. So they have very strict rules. Who put these rules? The government put these rules. Why? To protect us, to protect the consumers. Because maybe the entrepreneur uses cheap material. He goes and buys donkey's meat and feed us these donkey's meat because it's cheaper. Who controls that? The government. He checks, the government checks, protects us. It checks, it has employees who go and check. Every now and then they check this restaurant and then this restaurant, and to see the workers there, they cut their nails, they cover their hairs, or would we find a nail in the salad, or we find a hair in the pizza? Who set these rules, and who set these rules? The government, to protect consumers. Okay. And this is in restaurants, in workplaces, in like firms or factories. They have to get sure that there is no discrimination in among age or gender or race or religion. So if we have two men or a black and white and they work in the same positions, they have to, with the same experience, years of experience, they have to be close in their salary. No discrimination clause in their days off. Gender, a woman and a male and a female, the same. Race, an Asian and American, African and Asian, the same. Religion, Muslim or Christian, they have this, should have the same treatment. No discrimination at work. So this is to protect us. The government protects the consumers, protects us. Number two, it provides. The government provide what? Who built the public schools? Who built public schools? We have international and private schools like our school. Who built our school? A man built our school, and there is a man owns it. A Saudi man owns this school. But what about public schools? Public schools are those for those who cannot afford or cannot pay for the private schools, or who not only cannot pay because they can pay, but they prefer the public school way of teaching and way of classes, and they prefer this educational system. Who built public schools? Government. Who built public hospitals? Government. Who built public gardens in the street? When you walk in the street and you find a garden near to your home, who built it? No one takes money of it. Who built it? The government built it. So the government provides goods and services for citizens. The national government supplies a system of justice and national defense. It provides subsidies to part of the economy such as agriculture. Who plants? Yes, there are private owners who have lands and they plant, but others, the agriculture, the government plant. It gives money for public schools, as we said, for highways. Who make the highway? When you walk, when you travel to Mecca, you take the highway. Who pays this road? The government. Okay, the government. Okay. Local governments provide the park in the street, libraries, like King Fahd Library in Malik Abdullah Street, in King Fahd Street, King Fahd's Way. You notice that the library,
Yeah.
or it is the King Abdullah Library. I don't remember the name, King Abdullah or King Fahd. The road is King Fahd. The library. Who built it? The government built it. So the government is protector. It protects consumers and provide the citizens with public services. Then regulator. It sets laws. The government sets laws. Law here. Regulator, in its role as a regulator, the national government is charged with preserving competition in the marketplace. It also oversees communications, interstate commerce, and even entire industries, such as banking and nuclear power. There are major works that needs the government to interfere. like nuclear power. No one can afford to pay for nuclear power researches. No one can have a bank, the banks, because the bank has millions of money. So a person cannot have his own bank. The government built the bank. Many states governments oversees insurance rates while local governments regulate economic activity with building and zoning permits. The government gives permits. Regulator, it means it creates laws. So, you want to open, you are an entrepreneur, you want to open a firm, okay, you have to buy a land. You have to do this and hire workers, no discrimination. So it gives us laws to follow. It draws for us the line to walk on. You should have this done this, you should do this, you should do this, you shouldn't do that, you have to avoid that. Who sets these rules? So it guarantees equality among firms. For example, if I want to stop teaching and I want to open my cosmetic line, and my friend too, Mrs. Ala, want to stop teaching and she wants to open her cosmetic line. I will open my firm and she will open her firm. There should be laws. So I should walk on the same line that she walked in. We have to make the same rules, follow the same laws. Why? To guarantee equality, that she will not be treated differently than I am treated. Both of us pay the same amount, pay the same tax. We follow the same way, and then maybe I fail and she succeeds. So her business increases and her money increases, and I lose because I produce something which I didn't understand well. It is not my field. There are many reasons to fail a job or a business. Who sets these rules? The government. So the government does what? Protect us. The government protects us, provides us, regulates us. Then the role of government as a consumer: protect, provide, regulate are expensive. It costs the government a lot in order to protect the consumers and to provide the citizens with streets, highways, libraries. Regulating by setting laws. These are expensive. All levels of government, like any business, consume scarce resources to fulfill the rule. So the government also has to make choice. Government has grown so much in recent years that it is now the second largest consuming unit in the economy. So the government is also a consumer. So the government buys from the entrepreneur. After the consumer sectors, eclipsing spending by all private business combined. Okay, so the government is also plays a part of a consumer because it buys from the entrepreneur. The free enterprise. What is the free enterprise? The economic system in the United States. Okay, the government's rule: protector, provider, regulator, consumer. Again, girls, the government rules are what? Protector, provider, regulator, consumer. Say it, girls.
Protector, provider,
and the consumer.
This is the free enterprise market in United States. Okay. Sorry, girls. Okay, this is the market in the United States. Are you with me? Hello, girls.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, miss.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't hear you, dear. Raise your voice, please.
Yes, miss.
Yes. We're with you.
So, modified free enterprise, as we said, that the government plays the rules of being protector, provider, regulator, and consumer. Okay? All of that is the free enterprise. What is a free enterprise? That's the market in United States. The market in the United States. What the market in United States? The level or the rule of these three. The entrepreneur is the one who owns the business. The consumer is us, those who buy the product, and the government. These are the three elements of the economical system in United States. Okay?
Miss,
Okay.
Yes, dear.
can
Yes,
you
dear.
explain how government is a consumer?
Okay, again, we go back to the consumer here. Here is it. Again, the government needs things to start its work. If the government, I will tell you what, the government wants to pace a road, pace the high road. The government wants to pace the high road. It has two ways, even if it has its own equipment, or it goes to a private firm and tell it, I will give you this work, okay, to do, and I will pay you $1 million, 1 million riyal to pace the road. Another way, another idea. The government wants to build this huge library on Al Malik Fahd Street. How the government build it? It goes to an engineering office. It tells it, please, we want a library to serve the public citizens in Riyadh. How much does it cost? So the firm, that engineering firm, the engineering there, he talks to the government and he deals with it, and he says to the government, okay, I will build the library for you with my firm, and you give me 10 million riyals. Okay, another idea. It wants to build a hospital. So they go to also an office and they ask it to build this hospital like any of the public hospitals. Okay, who will work there? Who will work there? Doctors. Okay, and they pay for these doctors. Okay, and they pay for the engineers who will build the building, and they will pay for the workers who pays the road. So when you pay for something to receive another thing, you are a consumer. You understand it, dear?
Yes, miss.
They take help from the private companies. Okay? Okay?
Yep.
So if the government wants to build the library, it says, or it writes in the newspaper, we want to build a library. Hundreds of firms go to the government. All of them, or each company wants to build. Why? Because it will gain money. But the company will only choose one company of them, only one firm to build the library. You understand how a government can be consumer?
Yeah.
Okay. So any more question? Protector, provider, consumer, and regulator. Any more question, girls?
No.
You understand the
No,
lesson?
miss.
Yes.
Okay. See you tomorrow, girls. No, not tomorrow. See you next week in the quiz.
Thank you, Miss. Thank you.
Welcome,
So, miss,
friends.
thank
See
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.